You have to perform some rites. It's very important. You can't just get up, call someone your wife without performing those rites. And that is the rite that we are going to perform today. We are just doing the formalities, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He and His angels are the one doing what we are doing, because we cannot see them. So we are doing it for as the brother of Chika and brother of Assiobo-Revised, the parents of Chika, the parent of Assiobo-Revised, have to do that so that Chika can take Assiobo-Revised to be his wife. If he didn't do that, he cannot do that. You cannot sleep with anybody you found on the street and took her to your house and be sleeping with her, cooking for you, doing everything that a wife should do to her husband, unless you do this right. If you did not do those right, Allah don't know about that marriage, and He is going to caution you and question you on the day of judgment. So, before we perform that right, Islam has given us about 3 or 4 things for the man to do and for the woman to do before you will take someone's daughter in your house as a wife. And one of that is sadaq, which we call dowry. Someone will ask, what is dowry? Dowry is something that a wife is asking from her husband. It's not necessarily has to be a cash or money or anything. The wife can say, I want my dowry to be a car. I want my dowry to be an aeroplane. I want my dowry to be a house. I want my dowry to be Al-Quran. I want my dowry to be a tasbih. I want my dowry to be a gold ring, silver ring. Whatever she desires, that is what you have to give it to her. If you can't afford, you have to come in agreement with her. What you're asking right now I cannot afford it right now, but I promise you that I will get it to you. Then we will announce it for all of us sitting here to witness that, oh, this person has promised to give his wife an aeroplane. You don't have to tell us when are you going to give it. Just promise. But you have to know that a promise is a promise. If you did not fulfill it, you will answer to Allah on the day of judgment. Only Allah and His angels know the consequences of not fulfilling a promise. Even to your wife, talk less to your friend, or you promise your friend and you did not fulfill it, as a consequence. Sometimes your friend will be angry with you, that's one of the consequences. But I'm not scared of not fulfilling a promise to my friend. Even my friend will be angry. I'm not necessarily concerned about that. I'm necessarily concerned about angry of Allah on me for not fulfilling that promise. So today, before we sat down, I spoke with the father of Chika Abdullah and then the father of Halima Sadia, who is the person of Abdul Qadir Muhammad, that is the father of Halima Sadia. And then the father of Chika Abdullah is Gun Abdullah. That is how everybody knows him. I know all of you know them. And for the Sadak, they told me that Halima Sadia and her husband to be have agreed on $300, which we're going to show it to everybody here to witness. And this is the $300. Everybody should witness. Abdullah Chika has paid his bride, the Sadat, the dowry of $300. And I want everybody to witness that. Because you have to tell me that you witnessed it. Because on the day of judgment, they will ask you, have you witnessed it? You say yes. And that is where Allah will build it. Your witness is what we want. So Abdullah Chika has paid $300 as a dowry to his wife to be Halima Sadia. Has everybody witnessed that? Yes. Thank you so much. So that is the 300 that they witnessed. And let me clarify something on this $300. This $300 is only for Halima Sadia. It's not for you, the husband. You have nothing in this money. So don't think you pay $300 maybe later in the night and then you go in, oh, can you give me some $100? I need about $300. No, you don't do that. Oh, can you borrow me the $300 that I just gave you? No, you can't do that. Unless you can come to agreement with her. Oh, I'm short of money. Can you borrow me? That is the thing. If she agrees, oh, I can give you that money. And this goes to Halima Sadia. You can't just go in there because you know your husband don't have money. And then you say, oh, you give me $300, can you take that back? No. This dowry is yours. This is something. He's not using this money to buy you. Because you're not for sale. He just, you worth more than $300. Trust me. The way Islam talk about women, they worth even more than a gold for them to take them as a wife in your house. Because we do all these just because Islam has access to do it. Even though Prophet ﷺ says a blessed marriage is the one that has been constructed on a small dowry. Even if it's $10, $20, it's blessed. It's not necessarily mean that if you have $1,000 or $1 million, you don't have to give it to your wife as a dowry. You have to do it. Because if you know what your wife is worth, then you take it. That is somebody's daughter. You take it into your wife. Now she becomes yours. She doesn't listen to her father. She's not supposed to listen to her mother, her sister, or whoever it is. Only you. You have to tell her do, and she will do. You have to tell her stop, and she will stop. Let me put it this way, just like a slave. She's not a slave, but I'm just putting it that way. This is different. I'm just putting it just like a slave. Because you tell a slave, do this. Sometimes even your child, you tell your child to do something, your child wouldn't do it. Allah will not do anything to the child. If you ask your wife to do something and she didn't do it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask her, why didn't you do it? She doesn't have an answer because there's no answer to that. And that does not give you a chance to oppress her, to maltreat her, to ask her to do something that Allah did not ask you to ask your wife to do. I know people say Islamic religion, Islamic laws are harsh. They're not. You have to understand it. People are misinterpreting the Islamic laws. It's not just as you see, as you said, like I can ask your wife to do anything. No. You can't ask your wife to disobey Allah. You can't do it. Even being with your wife, Allah has shown how to treat your children, to treat your wife. If you did not obey that, you will answer on the day of judgment. And let me tell you something. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, marriage is my sunnah. Marriage is my sunnah. And whoever did not follow my sunnah, he is not with me. All of us are Muslims. You want to be with Rasul on the day of judgment, don't you? Why won't you follow his sunnah? We have, anytime I see there's marriage, I'm happy. Anytime I see there is marriage, someone is going to marry this person, I'm happy. Because the day you took the intention to get married to someone that you love, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven you all your sins. The day, not even like, because it took them how many months to arrange this, but the day, the first day that he said, Abdullah said, Alima, you know what? I want to marry you. I want to make a preparation to marry you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven them their sins. So why can't we change haram to be an halal in just 10 to 15 minutes? The marriage is 10 to 15 minutes. I just have to recite ayah, some verses from the Quran, and then join them together. That's it, with them. And there's a saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, we have a lot of men, including myself, we look at women outside. She's beautiful. Oh man, you see that? The first look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, is yours. That Allah will forgive you. But the second look is on you. So, think about it. You saw a lady, you like her, why won't you go to her parents and try to go through the channel and get her and get the blessing and get the forgiveness and get everything? We all want to be rich, right? We all want to get money, we want to be rich. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, look for your richness in marriage. You get married to your wife. She's legal to you. Even when you sleep with her, a word will be written for you. Angels will be praying for you. Angels will be your lawyers between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you look at her and you are happy, you get reward. She gets reward. So do you want that? Or you just want to be seen here outside? Sneak here in the room? Even if people knows this is your girlfriend, the day she's coming to sleep at the place, you don't even want people to know that she's there. Why? Because you know what people are thinking. Even if it is that, not what is happening in that room, but everybody's thinking like that. But take your wife and go into that room. Trust me, nobody is thinking anything is happening. Because it's blessed. Angels will be praying for you. Look, birds will be praying for you. Leaves will be praying for you. Anything will be praying for you. So tell me, if everything is praying for you, what is it that you will ask Allah and you won't get? And everybody should know that there's a day of judgment. This life is too short. I'm sitting here, nobody knows me. Maybe you met me before. Not in this circumstance. I'm also in this country. I'm also working, schooling. But I have to tell people what I know about this religion. If I didn't, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask me, you know it. Why didn't you tell them? But if I did, and somebody listened, somebody didn't listen, tomorrow, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you, didn't he tell you this day? You remember the day that Halima and Abdullah is getting married? Didn't that young man over there told you that don't do this, do that? Then you say, oh, hey, why didn't you listen? Then I will get my reward. Then you will see me going. Then you will be calling me, but I can't say nothing to you. Because this is the chance. God said, do you think I've created you just like that? And that you guys are not coming back to me? He said in the Quran, أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا. Just like that you are not coming back to me, you are coming back to me. And you think you are going just like that? Everybody in this room and outside this room, in this world, the day you are created, when you grow up, we call puberty age, right? When you reach some certain age, everybody has two angels that are called Rakib and Atid. One is on your right hand, one is on your left hand. One is writing, the one on your right hand is writing your good deeds, and the one in your left hand is writing your bad deeds. On the day you're going to leave this world and die, those two angels, you will see them, but you can't talk. Those things that they wrote, they will show it to you. You will look at it and you will say it, but you can't say nothing. And they will fold all that and then put it on your neck. So on the day of judgment, when the horn is blown, all of us will get up in the front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah, there will be a group of two angels, just like Rakib and Atid are standing on your left and your right. The group of angels will be standing. One will be standing on your right, and one will be standing on your left. And then Allah will say, اقرأ كتابك كما بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. that read what is in that paper. Open it. Read what is in that paper. That Rakib and Atid, fold it and put it on your neck on the day that you are going to die. Because you will see. God should forgive us. And then they will say, judge yourself. Today, you will judge yourself. Allah will tell you that. And then you will sit there, you will read it. If your bad deeds is more than your good deeds, the angels of fire, they are standing on your left hand. All of them want you to be theirs. Because they also, Allah has given them a mandate. You have to fill that place. So you read it and your bad deed is more than your good deeds, they grab you, hellfire. And then, if your good deeds is more than your bad deeds, they grab you, you go into Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and that is Jannah. May Allah give us Jannah. So you ask yourself with this hikayah, so am I going to judge myself on the judgment day? Oh yeah, you're going to judge yourself. God is just sitting on that throne. Has like a, maybe, what would I call it? What would I call him on that day? Like a supreme judge. He would not say anything. He gave you the chance. And he told you what to do, what not to do. You choose to do what he said not to do. So, it's up to you. You're going to judge yourself. And all these things is starting from marriage. That is it. Because if you've been with a woman, we know there's a lot of things going on. Shaitan is all over, doing all these things to people. As Allah is telling you, Shaitan is also telling you. And you guys should remember, Shaitan, when he was an angel, he was the leader of angels, but he disobeyed Allah. That's why Shaitan is Shaitan today. And he asked Allah to give him a long life and to give him the power. And Allah said, I've given you. He said, okay, I will change your people to be my people. And Allah said, okay, you will not get my people unless the person who has listened to what you will tell me. So we are all here, gathered today, happy for Alima and Abdullah. The way we're happy for them, that's how angels are happy for them. That's how birds, everything is praying for them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven them their sins. What they did before, now they're entering into another channel, into like a whole lot of things. But if you look here and where we come from, there's a lot of things happening. People think marriage is just marriage. Marriage is another chapter in your life. And that is the dangerous chapter too. There's enjoyment in it. Look, there's everything in it, including bad things. But it's up to you to get the bad things or to get the good things. Let me give you one hikayah that happened during the Rasul, during the time of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when Sayyidina Abu Bakr is radiallahu ta'ala is an Khalifa. One of the Sahabi had a problem with his wife. I think it's been going on. She's been doing that. And then he said, let me go and then report her to Khalifa Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is Sayyidina Abu Bakr. So he was on his way going. When he approached the house of Sayyidina Abu Bakr, he realized there is some shouting coming out of that house. And that is the wife of Sayyidina Abu Bakr. She was fighting with Sayyidina Abu Bakr. So he was like, oh my God, I am coming here to come and report to Sayyidina Abubakar to talk to my wife, and I realized he is having the same problem that I'm having. So he turned. He's going. And Sayyidina Abubakar saw him. He called him. And then he said, he said, no, come right now. So he came, and then the wife entered in the house. So he came and he said, I saw you coming to me, and then all of a sudden you turn your back. He said, Ya Khalifatul Rasul, yes, I was coming to you to report something about my wife, but as soon as I get here, I realize what I'm going through, you're going through too. So I'm going back. He said, no. What has your wife done to you? And then he told him what the wife did. And then he said, does she cook for you? And he said, yo, she cooked for me. Does she listen to you like before that happens? And if you go to bed, does she turn her back on you if you want her? He said, yes. And he said, Alhamdulillah. I'll tell you to go and give it your wife. And I will tell you something. Excuse my language, women, you are our parents, our mothers. He said, women are like that. If you marry them, you have to be patient with them. There are some behaviors that God Himself has given women. They are our mothers. But He made them superior. He gave them those. And He made us men to be able to endure, like to take it. That's why He made us powerful over them. But trust me, in the hidden, whatever it is, women are powerful than men. But God made us powerful, not to blow them, to turn them like a punching bag, not like they did something you don't want to feed them. No. He made you powerful to be able to feed them, to clothe them, because He has asked them to obey you. No matter the circumstances, your wife have to obey you. If you ask her sit down, she has to sit down. She doesn't have to get up. With that, I know women will be upset, or maybe they will say, why did Allah do this? Why did no, He's trying to let men to be over us? No. You know why? Every one of us here wants his children to be blessed. You will never have a blessed child, whether being a boy or a girl, unless you obey your husband. The bless of your children is under the feet of your husband. And only women has to do that for our children to be blessed. So that's the reason why He asked them to do that. And upon that, they will be blessed too. Today, if Obama's mother is alive, won't she be proud? If his father is alive, wouldn't he be proud? Say, my son is the president of the most powerful country in this world. And if somebody asks you, how did he get that? You think it's just that? No. Obama didn't work nothing. His parents did it. Probably maybe his mother. Maybe she obeyed the father. You don't know what they did. And another hikayah. I know everybody knows the story of Abu Hanifa. He's a Sahabi of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was in this world for 80 years. He was a good man. Everybody knows Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa's father, one day he was traveling. He was just walking on the road and he is hungry. And there is a farm, an apple farm, it's someone's farm, but they fenced the farm. So one of the branches of the tree of the apple come out of the fence. So when he was going, one of the apple fell down. So he took the apple and then he ate the apple. As he started eating the apple, he realized, oh my God, I've sinned. This is not mine, and I've never asked permission from the owner of the apple to eat the apple. Just listen to it. If me and you were walking just by this house and the apple falls down, I'll just start eating it. And it's not mine. But look at the man of Allah. He realized he has sinned. So he has to go and look for the owner of the farm and ask permission. So he went all around and found the gate, enters in, goes into the man's house. The man saw him. He said, what can I do for you? He said, I've sinned. And I've sinned like I've sinned. You have to forgive me. What did you do? He said, I saw your apple and then I've ate it without asking permission from you. So the man sat down. He was quiet. And then he said, I will forgive you. But before I will do that, you have to do something for me. He said, what do I have to do for you? He said, you have to marry my daughter. He said, wow. He was contemplating, and then later he said, well, I have to agree with what you want, because if you did not forgive me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive you. So in this Ikaya, we learn something over here. A sin between you and your friend, or your brother, or your wife, if she or he did not forgive you or her, trust me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive you. So he said, okay, I'll marry your wife, I'll marry your daughter. And then he said, but I have to tell you something. There are some conditions. And my daughter, there are some secret that you have to know. And he said, what it is? He said, first of all, she's blind. And secondly, she's deaf. And thirdly, she's dumb. And she's a cripple too. You're going to marry someone who is deaf, who is dumb, who is crippled, who is blind. It's not an easy task. Trust me. Today's world, you would tell the man to go to hell, to take everything. I know we would do that. Right? But because he fears Allah, he doesn't want to go to Judgment Day with that sin that he has done to that, because Allah will not forgive him. So he said, okay, I agree, I'll marry your daughter. They do the right, like the way we are about to do right now. And at night, he said, okay, he has to go to his wife. Because that's the right, you have to go to your wife. He went at the door. He said, he was about to say Salamu Alaikum, and he realized that they told me she's there and she's dumb. She can hear me and she can't answer my salam back. But he remembered she is with the angels of Allah. He said, well, if she didn't answer, the angels will answer, so I have to say Salamu Alaikum. So he said, Salamu Alaikum. Peace be unto you. And she replied, Wa alayka salam. So he was surprised. What am I hearing? A nice voice. He gets in and he saw it. You know, in Arabic tradition, when your wife is married, just like the way Halima Sadia is sitting there with a veil covered, nobody can open that veil, only her husband. So he opens the veil to talk to his wife, and he realized she can see him and she can hear him. He said, but when your father told me you deaf, you dumb, you blind, you crippled, he said, yes, my father said that, and that is true. I am blind because my eyes will not see what is haram, what God has asked me not to see. And this goes to our women. Your wife, your husband said, don't watch telenovela. And then he's not there, and then you open telenovela and you're watching telenovela. That is haram to you. And then I'm dumb because my lip, my tongue, I don't open my mouth to say anything wrong to anybody. My mouth don't say anything haram. Maybe your husband said don't watch a novella, and then as soon as his mouth goes down, like, why? I can watch that. It's haram to you. And then he said, you cripple. He said, yes. My legs doesn't go anywhere which is haram. Only a place that Allah has asked me to go. And my ears doesn't listen to anything, doesn't listen to haram, only halal. So on that night, he saw that, he was happy, and then they slept with his wife. That night, she was conceived with the pregnancy of Abu Hanifa. That is the Sahabi of Rasul. If you read about him, he has a nice story. Very knowledgeable man. You see, for her to obey her husband, that's why she was giving birth to Abu Hanifa. For us Muslims, Abu Hanifa is more than President Obama. So, and this goes to the husband. Your wife is your wife. You have to feed her regardless of any trouble you're having. You have to make sure there is food in the house. Maybe she has insulted you, she has insulted your mother, which she's not supposed to do. I'm just saying that. Because you are the man. Our mothers, our wives can get angry. I remember one time, I was sitting down with my father. May his soul rest in peace. He told me, there is no woman in this world that can be with him with patience like my mother. May her soul rest in peace. So I was just looking at my father. Why are you saying that? I know my mother is patient with you. You're also a good man, but it's just that your temper is so high. I was just saying that in my head, but so I started contemplating why is it that my father is saying that? The day he's going to die, like 3 days before he died, he called me, my mother, my wife, my sister. We sat down, and he said, all of you, my children. Then my brother is in America here. My sister is in Egypt studying. So he said, all of you, my children, you are blessed because your mother have saved me, and she got that blessing that I'm telling you today, that you guys are blessed. So sometimes when there is marriage, if I am not the one even doing the marriage, and I have a chance of talking to the wife, I tell her, look, in this marriage that you are going through, you have to do the best job. All the dirty job is on you. But if you endure and you do it well, you will give birth to blessed children. And that is the pride of all mothers. The mothers don't care about the husband much than they care about the children. If your children is sick, your child is sick, the mothers get worried more than the father. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you a simple way. That's how I call it. Not because I'm a man. just to make sure that your children are blessed. Why won't you do it? And if your husband maltreats you, remember, Allah is waiting for him. Allah will get him. Then you've done your part. You will go to heaven, but Allah will deal with your husband. You will see your husband going to hell, and you will ask yourself, why is my husband going to hell? Allah will tell you, he has maltreated you. But because you are obeying him, you didn't realize he maltreated you. And there is a lot of halal in this world, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the halal that he hates is divorce. I want everybody to know that everybody has his own problem. If you and your wife have a problem, solve that problem in your bedroom. Solve it. Don't bring it up. Look, we have laws in this country. We know you have to follow the laws. You have to obey the law. But remember, you will not be judged on the day of judgment with the laws of America. You will be judged with the laws of Islam, with the laws of that Allah has said. So, regardless, we have to follow the laws over here. We have to also follow the laws of Islam and the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With that, you will be safe in this world, and you will be safe on the day of judgment. You, your children, your parents, your everything. Today, if Abdullah's father is alive or mother is alive, trust me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have taken the both parents on the door of paradise. Because their children are married. Because we know Al-Jannah is not open yet. Rasul is the first person that is going to open Al-Jannah and then get into Al-Jannah. So everybody that is at Al-Jannah right now is at the door waiting for Rasul to get in on the day of judgment. So don't all of us want our parents to be in paradise? Because this world, some people are allowing the enjoyment of this world to let them forget that there is judgment day, there is death. Death is there. If you hurt your neighbor, Allah will not forgive you until that neighbor forgives you. You got to put that in mind. Try from today. Anybody that you've offended, either there's no good relationship with somebody that you know there was a good relationship before, try and get it better. Live harmony with everybody. Trust me, everything will be simple, everything will be easy for you in this world. But you don't obey Allah, you don't obey God. This will be difficult for you. He provides everything that we see here. The money that you're working, I know it's the company that you're working for are those that are giving you the money. There are a lot of thousands of people who don't have jobs. Do you think they don't want to work? Do you think they don't go out to look for the job? But if Allah has never given them a job, they would never get a job. A job is not like something that you go out and come back home later. No. There's a job upon job. We have some people that don't do nothing in their office, but they earn more than somebody who is working at the White House. Right? But we call both jobs. When we say we want Allah to give us jobs, we mean jobs. Jobs that you don't have to suffer. You have a job, but you don't have time for your wife. You don't have time for your children. You don't have a job. Because the real job is your wife, the real job is your children. And anybody that got married, trust me, and you follow what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, trust me, you will get a blessed family. And don't maltreat your wife. Regardless, Allah says she should obey you. Don't take that, oh, I'm powerful. Yeah, God says in the Quran, men are powerful than men, so the women. So no. It's not like the way you saw me saying powerful. No. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a man that is powerful over his wife is a man that is providing for his wife. Whatever she needs, you give to her. Up till today, I always pray Allah should give me money, to make me rich, that my wife would not work, would never work. That my wife would be at home. My wife would drive in the best car. And I would drive in a trash car, I don't care. I want my wife to walk in a place where she passed by, they'll say, oh, this is the wife of Tijani. That's how you treat your wife. You don't shout at your wife. You don't say, hey, go and sit there. No, you gotta come, we're gonna sleep. No. You have to respect your wife. Because the dignity that you have, she is the one that is giving you. Because if she didn't agree to marry you, you're not a husband. You're not a husband. And you're not a father. We have a lot of people that have given birth, but they're not fathers. We have a lot of people that they have children, but they're not mothers. They're not. So a good father is the one that is providing for his family, trying to make sure that they are safe, they don't sleep with hunger, they don't walk naked. Some people think they're wearing clothes, but they're walking naked. Trust me, Islam has made it very easy for the way we have to dress, especially women. And if I want to explain the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said women should cover everywhere, you will be surprised and everybody would like his children to dress like that. How many times don't we hear somebody has raped somebody at the corner somewhere? And do you think somebody will just get out of his house just because he wants to rape a woman? No. The way they dress. Sometimes you look on Facebook, you see a woman posing a picture with all her breasts outside. God has made women parts very sensitive and has made all of us, I'm a man, you are a man, you are a man, but we have different affections, like what turns us. When a man is turned, somebody can just take it into him and hold it and then be able to fight it, but some can't. A man, we have a lot of men that they will see here a neck of a woman. Immediately they want to sleep with her. Some, they should see your hand. They want to sleep with you. Oh, look at her. She is gorgeous. Somebody was like, what was gorgeous about her? Don't you see her neck? That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, cover it. So that you won't bring those things onto yourself. But what do we see nowadays? Even our children. They wear tight dresses. You show your body. Trust me, any man that will love you because of the way you dress nicely, you show your body. I'm telling you today, he doesn't love you, he loves your body. And the day that you will have that body in front of him naked. Trust me, it's done. It's done. Because our parents, mothers get old. As soon as they give birth, maybe the breast will be down, excuse my language, and you're like, oh my God, she's over. Then you started looking outside. Because you shown him that. I just told you the story of Abu Hanifa, right? That man's daughter don't go nowhere. But he gave his daughter to Abu Hanifa's father because he realized Abu Hanifa's father is an honest man. He is a God-fearing man. And he wants his daughter to be. He kept that daughter for a God-fearing man. Today what it is, a woman needs something from her husband. She asks him, sweetheart, I don't have it. Can you please give me up to tomorrow next week? Why don't you have it? Oh, that's not good. In the eyes of Allah, he will say, but God says you should provide for me. No. If your husband don't have it, you have to go with it. Go with the flow. Try and talk to him. And I will tell you a story about myself. I'm from Jersey. I just moved to Georgia. I landed here about 4 or 5 months ago, right? I came in February. I went to Ghana last year, October, and got married. Then my mom was alive. I was in this country for 6 years. I did not go home. Everybody knows the situation. I got my papers by the help of Allah. I did everything, and then I went home. My mother says, you have to come home, and I want you to come and get married. I said, okay. I went and got married, stayed with my mother for 3 months. I came back in February this year, in January this year, and I moved to Georgia, Atlanta in February. And in February 17th, and my mother died in March 17th. And I went back to Ghana. I cried. I did not cry because I lost my mother. I cried because I know I'm blessed. I'm not bragging. My mother saw my marriage. My mother is happy about my marriage. My mother stayed with my wife. My wife saved my mother. Even the night before my mother died, my wife was the one that cooked for my mother. And she ate her food. They sat down, they talked, they watched TV together. And then she said, I'm going to sleep. She went in sleep. 3 hours later, they woke my wife that my mother has passed away. No sickness, no nothing. I came back. And I came back to Georgia. I'm now working up till now because I didn't get a job. But if you see me, you will say this man is just bragging, he's lying. Or is the blessing of what? Allah. And the blessing of a mother. I cried because this is the time I want to show my mother that I have it. But God has taken her. And I'm happy. I'm always happy. If I remember my mother and I cry, not because she's dead, because of the blessing that she has given me. My mother didn't tell me herself, but she told people. The way she looked at my wife, she will be a blessed wife. She will be a good wife. How long did she stay with her? But we are in this country, we don't have our parents here. So your husband is your mother. Your husband is your father. Your wife is your mother. And your wife is your father. Whatever respect you got to give to your parents, you got to give to each other. for you to get blessing. Blessing is what we want in this world. I came to this country 40 years. I'm a citizen of America. People are in this country how many years? So I look at everything and say, oh my God, I remember the day my dad was telling me that you guys are blessed because your mother worked for it for you. So any child that you see is blessed today, ask about his parents. Ask about his parents. Allah promised parents that if you work for your children to be blessed, I will never make you guys cry on them. We saw a lot of people, they smoke, they drink alcohol, that Islam said don't drink, but they are rich. God still give them money. God still make everything okay for them. Don't blame them. Don't look at them. Look at their parents. Because maybe they are in the grave. Allah has promised them that He's not going to do what? He's not going to make them cry. I'm saying all this for everybody to know what we are about to do right now is very, very important. It's 10 minutes, but it's very important. And it's an obligation of me to let the wife and the husband know what they are getting into. It's not an easy task. The way we say, there's enjoyment in there, but they have to look for it. And there is trouble. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this marriage, put barakah in this marriage. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them blissful children. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if the husband has a job, may He give him a very blissful job. May the wife too, Allah give her a job. If she doesn't have a job, if she has a job, may Allah put barakah in that job. We are about to do the marriage right now. As we said earlier, the sadaqi is $300. And then we have witness, we have the parents here. So we will do the marriage right now. Sallu ala Nabi al-Karim. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنكر ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنكر ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنكر ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فقد أنكرها كلمة السعدية لعبد الله تشيكا على طاعة الله وسنة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلوا على النبي الكريم. I'll turn the language to my local dialect because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says when you're about to pray, pray with the language that you can best describe what you want. And I can't understand Hausa language is what I can best talk and then ask Allah what I want. Allah ya sa mu wannan aure albarka. Allah ya sa mu wannan aure albarka. Allah ya sa mu yi asa'a. Allah kuma ya ba su zuri'a tayyiba. Allah ya ba su zuri'a tayyiba. Allah ya gafarta mu dukan zunubanmu. Allah ya ba su zuri'a tayyiba. Mijin aikin da yake yi Allah ya sa masa albarka. Mun kuma bai da aiki yana nema ne ko kuma yana da shi yana neman Allah ya bashi wanda ya fi wannan Allah ya yi mai wannan albarkan wanga aure. Sauran jama'a kuma da suke nan waɗanda ba su yi aure ba muna roƙon Allah. Allah ya zaban musu da matansu mata kuma na gari. Matan kuma Allah ya zaban musu da mazansu maza kuma na gari. Allah ya sa mana albarka cikin rayuwar wanga gari da muke ciki. Wajibi ne mu yi ma wannan gari addu'a. Allah ya zaunar da Amurka lafiya. Allah ya kare Amurka. Allah ya zaunar da ita lafiya. Allah ya zaunar da mu da muke cikin lafiya. Shagabanninmu da suke ciki ya Allah mu roke ka. Allah ya zaunar da su lafiya. Allah ya ba su hikima da fasaha da za su tafiyar da wanga kasa. Allah mu roke ka. Wanga zabe da za zo a yi. Allah mu roke ka. Allah ka zaban mana wanda kai Allah ka san ya fiye mana albarka. Allah ka zaban mana wanda ka san ya fiye mana albarka. Kowa na da wanda yake so cikin zuciyar shi, amma Allah shi ya fi mu sanin abin da ya fi mana ko da ba ka so ne. Allah na cewa cikin Qur'ani asa an tuhibbu shay'an wa huwa khairun lakum wa asa an takrahu asa an tuhibbu shay'an wa huwa sharrun lakum wa asa an takrahu shay'an wa huwa khairun lakum. Wani lokacin kana son abu amma wannan abin nan sharri ne gare ka. Wani lokacin kuma kaga kana kin abin amma abin nan shine alheri maka. Ke sa Allah ya sa abin da muke so shine Allah ya zaban ma dama alkhairi ne gare mu. Amma ba alkhairi bane wanda muke kin to Allah ya san shine alkhairi gare mu. Allah ya ba mu wannan abin. Allah ya mana haka nan. Allah ya sa albarka cikin arzikin kowa. Allah ya sa albarka cikin arzikin kowa. Allah ya sa mai ƴaƴan kowa da ƴaƴan mu duka Allah ya sa musu albarka. Allah ya zaunar da mu lafiya. Kasan mu Ghana da muke ciki da kasan mu Najeriya da wasu sauran kasashe na Afirka duka Allah mun roke ka zaunar da kowa lafiya. Allah inda duka za a yi zabe kamar Ghana muna roƙon Allah Allah ya sa a yi lafiya. Allah ya ba wanda zai ji tausayin talakawa zai ji tausayin musulmai kai zai ji tausayin kowa wanda bai da baki Allah ka ba mai shi nasara da rabo. Wanda zai zo Ghana da Amurka ba za ta zauna lafiya ba Allah mun roke ka dammar da mai shi. Allah ka dammar da mai shi. Allah mun roke ka ka ba mu abin da ya fi mana albarka. Wanda aure Allah ka sa albarka ciki. Iyayen ma'auratan kuma Allah mun roke ka Allah ka saka musu alkhairi. Allah kuma ka ba su hankuri zama da uban yarinyar Allah ba iyayen yarinyar Allah ba su hankuri zama da shi yaro. Haka kuma iyayen yaro Allah ba su hankuri zama da ita yarinya. Allah ya sanya alkhairi tsakanin su. Aure duka da aka yi duka wanda aka daura tun zamanin Annabi Adama har zuwa yau Allah ya sa ma wannan aurayya albarka. Wanda ke cikin wani matsala na wurin haihuwa ne na wurin zama lafiya ne Allah mu roke ka Allah ka musu magani. Allah ka yi mu dukan mu magani. Masu neman haihuwa Allah ba mu haihuwa. Za ka ba mu haihuwa kuma Allah ka ba mu masu albarka. Ka zaunar da mu da matan mu lafiya da yaran mu. Abinda za mu ci Allah ka yassare mana. Abinda zai zama mana fitina Allah ka nisance mu da shi. Allah ka yi mana haka nan. Allah shugabannin mu, malumman mu, manyan mu, shahannan mu, kamar sha Allah Usman mu sha Abdul Imam Ghana kenan da sauran limamai duka baki dai ba zan iya kiran sunan kowa ba. Allah ka saka mu kowa da alkhairi. Allah ka kara musu karama. Duk inda suka duka Allah zama da su lafiya. Albarkan su muke ci yau. Albarkan su kuma dan mu nan yau. Dole ne ya kamata mu musu addu'a. Albarkan su muke faɗi ba mu tsoro domin san muna faɗin gaskiya ne. Su suka gaya mana muka ji. Malumman mu duka kanana da manya duka Allah ka kara musu albarka. Allah ƙara musu albarka. Allah ka sa auren da kuma su zauna kan hanya ta musulunci. Shaitan Allah ya raba su da shi. Allah ya raba gidan kowa da shaitan. Allah ya raba gidan kowa da shaitan ya zaunar da su lafiya. Dukan fitinan da zai taso gidansu Allah ka ba su ikon magance shi tsakaninsu. Allah ka ba su ikon magance tsakaninsu. Samaruka kuma da ke nan wayanda ba su yi aure ba Allah ka ba su ikon aure. Allah ka ba su ikon aure kuma ba da jimawa ba. Allah ka gaggautar musu kuma idan sun gani su gane su yi. Mu duka Allah ya fitar da mu da su duka ruwa lafiya. Kuma yana cikin wani zunubi ne Allah ka yaye mu duka ka sa mu gane hanya mu bi hanya kuma mu kama hanya mu saura kan hanya mu mutu kuma kan hanya. Allah ka kashe mu kan la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam a karanta Fatiha da salatin Fatiha. Auren da Allah ya sa yanda duka muka abuna nan da yau da Allah ya sa mu kuma mu haɗu kuma domin mutum duka gamuwarsa uku ne ka in ka so gamuwarka duka uku ne ne ce abin sai dai wani ranar da aka haife ka ranar da za ka yi aure a tattaru kuma haka sa'annan sai ranar da za ka bar shi ko ka bar kimo kuma tattaru haka taruwa a kan ya kai shi sa muna Allah kuma sake tara mu kuma ma'aurata haka Allah ya sa albarka abinda aka roƙa Allah ya sa albarka abinda aka manta ba roƙa ba Allah ya cika mu wanda ke cikin zuciyarmu nan ga kowa da abin da ke cikin zuciyarsa abin da ke cikin zukatanmu duka da zama ko ɗaya Allah ya cika mu abin da ke cikin zukatanmu da muke tsoro muke gudu Allah ya tuno da mu ma'aurata muna roƙon ubangiji Allah madaukakin sarki ya tona asirin dare da kazantar dare Allah ya sa kazantar dare ke so tona muna asirin dare Allah ya ba da zuriya ɗage ba kurratul ayin Allah ya ba su Allah ya sa ƴaƴansu su zama ƴaƴan kowa in ka gani kan TV ko ina ka ce awan ga ɗan mu ba awan ga ɗan mu Allah ya ba su irin waɗanda kuma suke so su kuma Allah ya ba su waɗanda suke so Allah ya ba su jami'in wasu sallan ko wurin da aka taro na Allah duka Allah na an sani addu'a domin mala'ikun rahama zalla da ke wani kuma daga cikin irin waɗannan taro irin wannan zamana ce samu na roƙon Allah da gasa da Allah ya ba marasa lafiya da cikin Allah ya ba su lafiya wanda kuma ke da koshin lafiya Allah ya ƙara musu domin mutum duka na tafiya rabi ciwo rabi lafiya in kai lafiya zarar ba ciwo ka ba duniya in kai ciwo zarar ba lafiya ka ba duniya shi sa Allah ya sa lafiya mu ya rinjaye ciwo ba ya sawaita surutu ba duk da kamata mu duka na duka ba a cikin shi malamin da zai wannan aure Allah ya sa albarka iyayen amarya da iyayen ango Allah sa musu albarka Allah sa musu albarka albarkan ya ce shi kuke cin da domin yau kashe wani gida dan kuma matacin gida da Allah kiya za ka shiga za ka ga buduri ne da sama na zanna tauraye sun cika gida amma sai ka ga waɗanda Allah ya sa sun samu ma'aurata ciki an samu ga ango ga amarya alhamdulillah saura kuma Allah ya saura kuma Allah ya musu Fatiha Allah ya karba mana Allah ya karba mana Allah ya karba mana mu da da mu iyaye kuma Allah ya ba ku hakuri ku yau ku za ku rika ku ne za ku ba su advice ko da wani abu ma ya fito ko kaga alamun wani abu da biyanka sai ka kira ta a'a haka bai yi ba ki gyara zama son yi jikuni sai ce daga zaman su yayi kyau don zaman su kyau da zai yi da ba wani fitinan ne shine samun biyan bukatun domin yau ku duka kuna murna diyana ta yi aure kowa ya kowa na son diyan shi bai samu haka da yawa amma shi kai Allah ya ka yi ko aka samu ashe murnan kama ya fi na kowa yasa yanzu za ku gaje su ne inda ku kun da ciki shi su zauna yasa Allah ya sa albarka ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا انك انت التواب الرحيم اللهم ارفع عنا الجهد والجوع والعري واكشفنا من البلاء ما لا يكفي غيرك ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمه وهيئ لنا من امرنا رشدا ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين واجعلنا للمتقين اماما اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وكبيرنا وصغيرنا وذكرنا وانسانا وحرنا وعبدنا وحاضرنا وغائبنا وفاعلنا وعاسنا اللهم اغفر لنا اجمعين وتوفنا مسلمين واحشرنا في زمرة النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين واكفنا وما أهمنا وما لم يهمنا من أمور الدنيا والدين وكف عنا أيدي المعتدين ولا تجعلنا فتنة لقوم الظالمين ونجنا برحمتك من القوم الكافرين وجعلنا من عبادك المخلصين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنين كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين آمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين صلوا على النبي الكريم
Yes.